His levels to the shit. Go get a towel, go get a towel.
Colby Covington recently made headlines after stepping into the gym with a social media influencer who had been calling out fighters and boxing people in public. The influencer was loud, confident, and believed he could hang with a professional fighter, even against someone as seasoned as Covington. But Colby wasn't in the mood to play around. He offered the influencer a bet $30,000 if he could get the better of him in training. That's when things went downhill fast. Within minutes, Colby's experience and body shots were too much. The influencer crumbled to the floor more than once, and eventually, after eating a clean shot to the body, he vomited right inside the octagon. The entire room realized quickly that there are levels to this sport. It's one thing to throw hands with your friends or even do some amateur sparring at the local gym. It's a completely different world to step in with a professional who has fought the best of the best on the world stage. Covington laughed it off, letting everyone know that clout chasing won't save you once the cage door shuts.
And this is when I first started realizing about the mental aspects in life. I had all these physical aspects through high school, but college is when I learned about mental, that you have to be mentally strong. You have to have mental fortitude to achieve your dreams in life. And Dan Gable taught me a lot of lessons about mental toughness.
The message was clear. No matter how popular you are on social media, you can't fake fighting skills against an elite UFC fighter. This moment also reignited discussions in the MMA community about influencers challenging real fighters for attention, with most fans agreeing that Colby proved why that's never a good idea. He also spoke about his return to the octagon. In a recent interview, he made it clear he's ready to fight again before the year ends, ideally with a full training camp this time. He has two names in mind, Paddy Pimblett and Gilbert Burns. The Paddy call-out stirred the most reactions. Colby accused Paddy of being a weight bully at 155 pounds, even bringing up claims about his liver struggling from the cuts. Covington mocked him, calling him a gimmick and saying his haircut and accent are the only reasons people know him.
Piece of shit, lad. Colby. I can't wait to see Leon break his fucking jaw. You know what I mean? I wanted to, if it weren't in Vegas and we was in London doing that press conference and Colby said that, I was sitting the same side as Colby, I would have jumped up and punched him in the back of the head. But I know in Las Vegas I'm getting fined.
He even dared Paddy to move up to 170 to settle things. If that fight doesn't happen, Covington is also open to facing Gilbert Burns, a proven contender. Still, considering Colby is currently ranked 10th at welterweight, he knows the road back to a title shot won't be easy. Yet, his hunger to compete hasn't faded, and whether it's Paddy or Burns, Covington wants to remind everyone why he was once an interim champion and one of the most polarizing figures in the sport. Meanwhile, Robert Whittaker gave fans a sobering update about his career goals. Once the king of the middleweight division, Whittaker admitted that becoming champion again now feels like a pipe dream. After back-to-back losses to Khamzat, Chimaev, and RDR, he finds himself further away from a title shot than ever before. At 34 years old, he's no longer chasing belts. Instead, he's focusing on enjoying the journey.
Or do you think the fact that you've done the UFC a favor by taking this fight short notice should still get you that title shot if you win?
The only sure thing in the UFC is that winning opens doors. And my focus, as you said, my focus is solely on this Saturday night, getting my hand raised, and I'll worry about the rest afterwards.
Whittaker spoke openly about wanting to savor fight week, the camps, and the fights themselves. He also wants his family, especially his kids, to be part of the experience, to see behind the scenes of the UFC. He's not shutting the door on opportunities, but he's realistic about where he stands in the rankings. For now, his sights are set on Sean Strickland once Strickland's suspension is up. Fans respected his honesty, as it showed that even elite fighters sometimes shift their priorities. For Whittaker, it's about making memories rather than obsessing over the belt. Islam Makhachev's upcoming fight against Jack Della Maddalena also got attention from none other than Colby Covington. Many fighters believe JDM could be the one to stop Makhachev's reign, but Colby isn't so sure. He explained that while Makhachev will be the smaller man moving up to welterweight, his skill set is complete enough to pull off the win. If Islam can drag JDM down and control him with wrestling, Colby sees him taking the victory. Still, he admitted that the size difference could play a major role. JDM is known for his striking and pressure, and he'll likely be the heavier man on fight night. Even so, Covington said he has to go with the odds, which lean in Islam's favor. Training footage even showed Makhachev going all out, with teammates like Umar Nurmagomedov jokingly telling him to rest. Islam's response? He'll rest the day after the fight. This determination shows how serious he is about moving up in weight and proving himself as a two-division champion. Another fighter making headlines is heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall. While he's gearing up for his title defense against Cyril Gane, his father Andy raised an interesting point. Boxing could be the next big move. Andy expressed frustration with UFC fighter pay compared to boxing, noting that elite boxers can make 100 times more than MMA fighters. For someone as talented as Tom, Andy believes he deserves a massive payday, especially given the dangers of the sport. His dream is for Tom to secure a highly paid boxing match before retiring. He emphasized that money isn't everything, but ensuring Tom retires healthy and financially secure is the main priority. Andy even said he wouldn't care if Tom walked away from MMA tomorrow. What matters most is that his son leaves the sport without permanent damage. With 3 kids of his own, Tom has a future beyond fighting, and his father just wants him to enjoy it. It's a reminder that behind every champion is a family that cares more about their health than their belts.
All right, now, UFC 321, October 25th, Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Tom Aspinall will face Cyril Gane. Aspinall has 15 wins, and all of them are by finish.
Diego Lopes also caught the attention of fans with his incredible body transformation ahead of his fight with Jean Silva. Photos showed him looking absolutely shredded, with muscles and definition that had people comparing him to video game villain. Many fans praised his physique, saying it showed dedication and seriousness for the upcoming fight. Others, however, raised concerns, noting that being that lean 2 weeks before fight night might not be a good sign. Some speculated whether changes in testing protocols, like USADA being gone, were playing a role in fighters looking more ripped than ever. Still, supporters pointed out Lopes' experience and past performances, warning people not to write him off against Silva. The debate showed just how invested fans get when fighters undergo major transformations, with some praising the hard work while others remain skeptical. Either way, it added another layer of excitement to the fight, with fans eager to see if Lopes' new physique translates into better performance inside the cage. Finally, Anthony Hernandez shared his thoughts on Dricus du Plessis' recent loss to Khamzat Chimaev. Hernandez, who has been on a hot streak himself, said du Plessis made a huge mistake by relying too much on explosive bursts of energy. According to Hernandez, that style doesn't work against skilled wrestlers like Khamzat. Instead of overwhelming him, du Plessis essentially gassed himself out while Chimaev kept steady pressure, controlling him on the ground and never letting him find a rhythm. Hernandez gave credit to Khamzat's high-level wrestling, but also noted that after the second round, it became clear du Plessis didn't know how to adapt. This breakdown not only explained what went wrong for DDP, but also highlighted Hernandez's own confidence. With a recent win over RDR, Hernandez is positioning himself as someone who could potentially test his grappling against Chimaev in the future. Fans loved the analysis because it came from an active contender who understands the grind of facing dominant wrestlers.